Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new on my channel, then welcome. Gosh, it has been so long. It has been so long since I last sat down and filmed and just talked to you guys. I am not going to get into detail about any of that in this video. This video is just going to be about this tutorial, and in my upcoming video I will do like a chatty get ready with me video, and I will just fill you guys in about what has been happening in my life, all the news and updates, and just explaining to you guys why I haven't been as active on YouTube lately and well, in social media in general. That's not what that's not what this video is supposed to be about. I am doing a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. It is also the look that I was wearing in my previous video. I'm not going to drag this intro on any longer, so if you guys want to see how to get this makeup look, then keep on watching. Okay, let's start prepping the face. I am using the Stila One Step Correct Skin Tone Correcting and Brightening Serum. I have, of course, already moisturized my face. Next up, I'm going to put something underneath my eyes because they are discolored AF. This time, I'm mixing together the Catrice Camouflage Cream Concealer in the Wake Up Effect, which I always use. You guys have seen this thing a million times already, but I am mixing it with the BECCA Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Yes, first taking a bit of the BECCA because it's more hydrating, it's a bit more creamy, and then taking the Catrice Wake Up Effect Concealer on top. And now to prep the upper parts of the eyes as well, I will be using the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC, and I'm putting that all over my eyelids to make them nice and ready for eyeshadow. And as the last thing, I will be setting down the Soft Ochre Paint Pot with the Bourjois Healthy Balance Unifying Powder in the shade 52 Vanilla. For this look, I am using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So the first shade that I'm going in with is Raw Sienna, and that will be our transition shade. And yes, all of my brushes are dirty yet again. Because this is a cut crease kind of look, you want to take all of the shadows really far into the inner corner to make sure that when we are cutting the crease that there is something to cut. I'm taking the shade Raw Sienna quite far up, very, very close to my brow bone, because I want this to still show through from the darker shades. Plus I have to take everything, the whole crease situation, up higher anyway because of my hooded eyelids. As always, if you do not have hooded eyelids, you don't have to take colors that high up. You can actually keep them in the crease and cut the crease where your natural crease is. And as always, after setting down a transition color, I like to take a brush and blend over the edges ever so slightly. Next up, I'm taking the shade Realga. And this one I am putting in my actual crease, so a bit further down from the first transition color. And I'm trying to blend the color out as well whilst I am putting it down on my eyelid. And you don't really have to worry about the color getting on the actual lid because concealer will clean it up anyway, so don't worry about that. Going back in with the crease brush and blending over the edges. I'm taking a bit more of the shade Raw Sienna, but I mean the smallest amount, and I am just running that very close to where those two shadows meet. The last color to go on the crease area is Red Ochre. As you can see, I have hit pan in this one. It is a clear favorite of mine. And now this color is going the lowest in the crease, so I am putting it right into the eye socket. And as always, I am again putting the most pigment on the outer edge of the eye, and then slowly dragging inwards as I have less pigment on the brush. And all I'm doing is I'm layering the color until I am happy with how deep the pigment is looking. And then I'm going back in with the Zoeva 227, the previous brush that we used, and very lightly I am blending over the edge of that Red Ochre shade. And I'm not putting too much pressure on the actual brush because I don't want to make this whole thing muddy, and going over the upmost area with the initial crease brush. Okay, we are ready to cut the lid. So for that, I will be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Yes, in the shade Vanilla. Pressing over the concealed area with my finger because I am trying to get rid of the excess concealer, which might start creasing on my eye, and I do not want that to happen. I will apply the shade Primavera on top of that concealer. Okay, I mean, they are not identical, but they are somewhat similar. Taking the tiniest amount of the shade Red Ochre, very slightly dabbing over the edge to make the gold pop even more. And now going back with the other brushes, just repeating the steps, blending over the edges and being extra careful not to go too far down with the brush. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply some mascara. I will apply some falsies off camera, and then we will move on to the face makeup. I was just looking at the time, and I actually have been way too slow, so I really need to speed things up. So I'm really sorry, guys. I hope that you won't mind. I will speed through the process of applying my face makeup. I will show you all the products that I'm using, and of course, all the product details will be listed in the description box as well. And I will jump back to this regular talking mode once I start doing my under eyes. I'm really sorry that I had to speed through this and I couldn't chat with you more, but I am meeting a very special person tonight, so I have to be ready very soon. But I'm going to set underneath my eyes, and I'm going to use the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder by Too Faced. I use this all the time. First, getting rid of those creases, and then setting it with powder. And now we're going to finish the eye makeup. I'm going to apply the Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner in the shade Prose and Bronze. And I'm going to run that in my waterline. And now I'm first going to run the shade Red Ochre very close to my lash line. And then I'm going to go over top with the shade Raw Sienna, the first initial crease shade, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to use the shade Tempera underneath my brow bone, the tiniest bit, very close to the arch of my brow. And then I'm taking the shade, first putting the shade Vermeer, which is the more pinky, where is it? The more pinky shimmery shade, and I'm putting that in my inner corners. And then I'm going over top with the shade Primavera, which is also on the lid. I'm quickly going to coat my lower lashes as well with the MAC False Lashes Extreme Black Mascara, and then we will quickly finish up the face. The makeup that I was wearing in my previous video, it was all about I just wanted to mix stuff for some reason. I don't even know why. So I took the Mera Luminizer by The Balm and the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals, and I mixed those two on the brush and applied them on my cheeks and all the usual areas that I normally highlight. Need I say more? Now I was switching things up a bit, so I dug out the Tarte Park Ave Princess Contour Palette Volume 2, and yeah, I decided to use the Park Ave Princess Bronzer, which I hadn't used in a while. This bronzing bit is going to be very high maintenance, so I'm just going to say it out loud straight away. Oh no. Okay, this is a bit much. Let's see if we can salvage the situation somehow. I mean, be honest with me guys, do you already hate me because I always use the same bronzer, like always in every single one of my tutorials? Please let me know, because I can try and incorporate more bronzers or some other bronzers besides the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This always looks good on my face, no matter what foundation I'm wearing, no matter what primer I'm wearing. When I know that I want to finish my makeup quickly, I just automatically reach for this. When I know that I want my makeup to look extra good, like nothing can go wrong, I automatically reach for this. I don't really ever reach for anything else anymore. But please let me know. Are you sick of seeing this all the time? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see what we can do about the situation. But I hope that you're not sick of it, because it's my one true love and I have no intentions of ever leaving this. I'm lightly going over the outer perimeters, and not too much because I have already contoured. And then, as the last thing, now this you will be surprised about, it is the Too Faced Soulmates Blushing Bronzer in the shade Carrie and Big. Isn't this just like the most adorable looking bronzer ever? It's just that I, for some reason, again, I don't really reach for it all that much. But I did this time instead of the Givenchy Healthy Glow Powder, because I tried to spice things up a bit. And this is again one of those really warm bronzers, so I am using it kind of all over. I'm not using blush. Are you shocked? Yeah. Oh my god, we've made it. It's just the lips. I didn't use any lip liner because I'm just lazy like that. Always have been and probably always will be. And the lipstick that I was wearing is the Wet n Wild something lipstick. I don't know, it doesn't say, but it's a Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Bare It All. And as the last step, I of course applied some setting spray as well, and well, again, a mixture of setting sprays. And in that video I was wearing the NYX Dewy Finish long-lasting setting spray and the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This one is officially empty now, and this one is almost running out, but I'm trying to make this work. So I'm going to use some MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, which as you can see is also pretty much empty. So for that glowy effect, I'm going to spritz some of that on the sponge. I'm going to dab that in some of the areas on my face that I want to look more dewy, to make sure that this makeup is not going anywhere. I'm going to set it with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And this was the makeup look. I tried to make it as quick as possible. It probably wasn't, because you guys know once I start talking I do not stop and the videos just go on and on and on. I'm again super happy that you guys requested a tutorial on this look, and I hope that it was a good tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, which will be a lot more talkative. I will tell you all about what has been happening in my life. That's it from me, and until next time, bye!